In the past 4 years, Americans have come out like never before buying guns. Millions and millions of new gun owners, many current gun owners going out and buying new guns. And as we look at the last 4 years, there's a pattern. There is definitely a pattern, because what we found is that 87% of Americans who took this poll, who went out and bought a gun, bought it for one reason and one reason alone. Now, before we get into it, do want to take a moment, thank our sponsor, ES Power Drink, for not just supporting this channel, but being able to give me Trinidad scorpion peppers that I can ingest and do it in this cool drink, or these fire and ice chips to where I can reap the health benefits of it. I just got done going for a run a little bit ago. I got home and man, I just feel great. And ES Power Drink has a lot to do with that. So that link is below. All right, so millions of Americans went out and purchased a gun. And it's really kind of obvious, but at the same time it's not, because if you think about it, if you're a new gun owner, nobody really in their 30s, 40s, or 50s who have never owned a gun thinks themselves, I'm going to take up target shooting, or I'm going to go take up hunting. No, they do it for one reason and one reason alone. It's for self-defense. They went out and purchased some sort of self-defense weapon, period, because Americans don't feel safe. Now, the peculiar thing about this is many of these people that went out and bought guns and still continue to buy guns are actually anti-Second Amendment folks themselves. If you talk to anybody that works at a gun store over the last 3 or 4 years, they've gotten an influx of people who would come in and say, I never thought I'd be doing this. Like, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd come in and be looking at guns. But they're recognizing that it's dangerous out there. America is a dangerous place. People, not everybody, but a large percentage of Americans are right on the verge of just losing their minds over somebody cut them off in traffic, or somebody got their Starbucks order wrong. But beyond that, you have criminals who are so bold. They'll just commit a crime right in front of hundreds of people, and nobody's going to come help you, because they're just going to break out their phones and film it so they can get it on TikTok. So people are recognizing that they're on their own. Like, they're literally on their own. Like, you're on your own. You're on your own, unless you happen to be around a cop right then and there in that moment. And that's usually not the case. Let's just be honest. You are on your own, and people are recognizing that. And more so, many people aren't even feeling safe around certain police. So they're going out and they're defending themselves. And they're doing it by buying firearms. And I mean, that makes sense to me. I'm glad to see this. I think this is great news. It's the number one reason I buy guns, is for self-defense. I like to hunt, I like to target shoot, but in the end, self-defense weapon's my number one gun. If I only had one, it would be for self-defense, period. If I was a new gun owner, it would be for self-defense. And I think we just have to kind of wake up that that's the America we live in. And if you haven't crossed that line, and you're always one of those people that's kind of been like, I'm against guns, I don't want to own one, but I see the danger in the world, and I don't necessarily want to rely on myself, especially if you're aging or getting older and up there, and you're on your own. Best thing to do is be able to defend yourself. You got a good self-defense gun, you are just as effective as a big monstrous criminal who's built with big giant muscles and could easily tear you to shreds. It's even now. You can be an elderly 87-year-old woman, and it is even if you have the right self-defense weapon. And that's really why people are going out, is just to even it up. Crooks, thieves, violent criminals are not, they're seeking soft targets. Nobody wants to be a soft target. So people are going out and buying guns. And I think it's great. So there you go. It's the number one reason folks are buying guns, is for self-defense. Any thoughts or insight on any of that, definitely put it below. Do want to take a moment and say, most people watch this channel, they're not subscribers. Click that subscribe button. It greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.
you.